just... Oh. Pumps off. Good to go there. I'll take it in my workshop here. Well, actually, the workshop's packed full. That's where all the stuff in the garage went, is the workshop, the saw and such. So I'll drill and tap it here after a break and make some lunch. You can see. Worked up a sweat. It's much cooler today, but still. Now remember, I'm a small block Chevy guy, so I'm still figuring this LS stuff out. But basically, what I think is the lower holes are the ins, you know, the coolant flows into the block, and the tops are the outs, because I mean, this is a totally different setup than what I'm used to. For example, over here, normally the thermostat is on this end, and it's on this end for the, you know, on the inside, the going in, the inlet side of the the flow, which normally it's on the small Chevy, it's on the outlet side of the flow, but it's reversed. And you can see over here, I don't think this is stock. This looks like they just, you know, added this for their little steam vent line, which goes through here, and that's where I want to drill and tap with my sensor. I've been feeling around, and if you look right over here, I don't know if you can see it. Where's my light at? No, you can see it there. I got a zip tie right there. See that zip tie? Watch the zip tie. Take my finger, put it in the hole. Bam. So I know those holes are connected. You know, it goes up there. You can't feel up there, so it's kind of goes a roundabout way up there. And I know this goes down to here, which is like the bypass, whatever. So it was the heater in and out, but now it's the bypass. So it's basically what I think I gotta do is I gotta disconnect this hose, because when I thought I had to take the thermostat off, I don't. That just flows in, comes through here, you know, into the pump down here. So we're nowhere near the thermostat. Don't gotta touch that. But I'm gonna put the pump more on its side when I drill it, so the shavings fall this way, and they're gonna go down here, out this hole, or, you know, work its way out here so I can blow it there. I don't want them to go back into the pump. I don't want to pull this all apart and deal with that. So that's what I think I'm going to try. Flip it on its side, you know, clamp it to the side of the vise, drill in, tap, everything goes out this side, blow it so it goes this side. I was going to try and put a rag here, but I don't think I need to. Anyways, that's what I think. I'm going to give that a shot. This is the current state of my workshop. Yep. Had to make room somewhere. Fortunately, what I need is right here. Yeah, right there. 3/8 MTP pipe. So we need that. And somewhere in one of those is my drill bits. And I'm going to have to put the camera down because this is not going to be fun. Stupid bike. There they are. Success. Yes. I lied. I needed to go deeper. Holy forgotten projects. What is this? Oh yeah, these are those bolts I drilled. Anyways, I just need a tap handle. And we're good. I think. Lied again. We need the tap stuff. Which it is not there. So this one. Yep, right there. That's what I need. This is a 9/16 drill bit. I have a few of these probably somewhere. Now, do I spend an hour or 3 looking for it, or just give up after 15 minutes and come out here and buy it before the store closes? Man, what's with these hose clamps? Well, it's the next day. You know, I had other stuff to do, and I ended up getting cleaned up and crashing. So Here I am, still messing with this water pump. It's Friday. Technically, the event, day one of the event, I want to go to the cruise, but it doesn't really have an actual start time or actual end time. So even if I finish late, I can still make it today. But I don't want to jinx myself. It's a 2-day event, so today and tomorrow. So we'll see. I was gonna set the tripod and do the various clips, but of me drilling and tapping this. But that's more editing, and ain't no one got time for that. I wanted to do this in the side, position it to the side of the device, but I can't get a good spot, so we're just gonna have to do it right here and get it done. So time to get it done. Also, I made a mess. Well, that's what you want to do first thing in the morning. No clue where my punches are out here. Probably somewhere over there in those boxes behind that mess. So, here we go. This should work. It's soft aluminum anyways. Nail work good enough. Looks like it's nice thick casting. Should be plenty of material at the tap. Bit off center, but we got this thing over here, so I mean that's I don't know how deep that is, so good enough. Oh, and I got a cap of the tap fluid over here. I'm dipping the drill in, going up in sizes until I get to 9/16. Here we go. Not a bad looking hole, if I say so myself. Nice and smooth, not all gacked up. That's why I definitely recommend this LPS Tapmatic stuff for aluminum. I mean, I of course stepped up the drill bits. I mean, I jumped a bunch of sizes, but towards the end I want to be closer to the inside so I get a smoother hole. That way it's going to tap and just turn out better. I still got to chamfer the top before I tap it here real quick. But as you can see, we got chips over here. Well, most of the chips are on the floor. I swept them up into a couple piles. Right there and there, on either side of the crack. But yeah, there's still chips. I mean, chips go everywhere. I mean, there's some in there. I mean, there's even some right there. I mean, over here, we've been looking here. There's a few chips right there at the end of this. So, I mean, it is what it is. Pump's angled a little bit to the side, so most stuff should have gone that way. And the way it's designed, it's not easy for the chips to go up into the pump anyway. So, I'll shake it out. I think I'm going to try and vacuum those out real quick. I'll do it when after the tapping. I'll vac everything. Suck what I can out, pick up and shake what I can out as well, and so on. Oh, before I forget to. Oh, and also, this little radiator hold down, whatever deal they made. It's a good tool tray. Good tool tray. I can't talk. It's too early in the morning. But what I would do when I drip my drill bit, I wouldn't just dip it. I would dip it, hold it up so the fluid would run down, and dip it again. That way there'd be a little bit on there as it drilled. Well, that's an ugly, chattery chamfer. Kind of nasty. But it's done. Don't judge me. Just needs to help start the tap. So far, so good. Got some nice threads started. Important thing about when tapping aluminum is take your time. And I keep a bag of Q-tips over there, which is right there on my shelf, my table. And you want to, well, for a larger tap, I recommend using a Q-tip because I'm going to use one end to get the chips out, and the other end to lube the flute, so that way I'm not wasting a bunch of fluid. And that cap's not very deep, so just you can just brush some on there, knock the chips off it, clean up the hole some, and work it back and forth. And you want to work it, back, like I don't know, depending on the job. If this is large of a tap, I'm going like maybe a quarter turn back and up, break the chip. And even then, after you break the chip, if you go back and start feeling too much resistance, I'll back up again just to clear whatever's stuck. Because take your time. Not bad, not bad. Pretty decent threads. You can kind of see towards the bottom of those right there. They're getting a little brittle, or I don't know, chippy, whatever you want to call it. So I mean, I've been just using Set this down. Toss it right there. I've been just using this fitting as a gauge, but I gotta go dig out what I'm gonna actually use before I tap this too much deeper. So far I got a couple good turns. Right there. I think that's gonna work so far. Let me grab that fitting and we'll see if I need to go any deeper. All I can find at the moment is this triple gauge set, which I'll just steal the temperature gauge out of it right there. I prefer to use a dual gauge set I bought a while back, but as I said, this is all I can find right now, which no big deal. I do got a single gauge holder one right here, or this pod here. This is all my gauge leftovers from various sets I've had over the years. You know, little tote. You gotta keep the junk because you never know. It could be handy. You need that little other end. Even though the sensor thing is really long, there's plenty of room. And no, this is not what you screw in. If it was, I'd be SOL because it's pretty loose. It's screwed all the way down. Doesn't even get tight. That's not what you screw in. This is what you screw into the adapter. The fitting, which is over here. I'll set this down. So I got, this is the one that came with it, and these are two that are very similar. And they're the adapter, you know, that screws into, the sensor screws into. And from these, as I tried them all, I still got a bit of tapping to do. It just barely starts. In case you're wondering, that's how deep I am with the tap. I think this will be good. I just checked it a minute ago and I was getting, you know, quite a few threads, so we'll see here in a second. That'll do, I think. And that's just, you know, hand tight. When I actually crank it with a wrench, it's going to go down more. You want to get to what's, you know, tubeless. We're not trying to get flush because this is a tapered fit. So the tapered is what, you know, technically seals it, but you know, use some Teflon to get it even, you know, down in there more. So I want to leave myself, you know, I don't want to tap too deep and leave myself a problem. So see right here for yourself. Got enough threads in there. I think we're good. So go ahead and wrap this up, clean it up, get those chips out of there. Done. Well, done with this phase. Almost forgot to show you the finished threads. See right here? The light on them. Turned out pretty good, if I think so. If I say so, not think so. I'm tired, leave me alone. There's a little bit of roughness right down in there. That's a little bit, that might be more of a casting flaw, I don't know. But otherwise, we got good threads all around. Should seal nicely. Get a shot of there. Looks like if we would have gone a little more farther, we would have been more into the casting, which would be like more of an issue. You know, because the hole's a little lopsided where its thickness. It's thinner on this side, thicker on that side. So we lucked out there. Maybe on that side a little too. So ideally, it probably would have been more right here. Not here, but here. And just a little bit there probably would have been better. But every casting is going to vary, so you can't be, you know, 100% on that. Oh, here. Check this out. I don't know if you can see this. Look at all the chips right there. That's inside of that fitting, I believe. So I'm going to have to blow that out good. Wild. Well, I better get back to this because otherwise I might as well just make this its own separate tapping my water pump video. I mean, I might have to. I don't know how long this is going to be. I haven't moved the footage, so. Oh, and I had to move that idler out of my way because the tap handle, the tap was getting low enough that the handle was hitting the idler. So, not that anyone cares, but now you know. Vacuum actually got those chips that were up there. That hole. Also, this is why I opted for the better drill bit at Home Depot. DeWalt had the regular, you know, it was $3 cheaper, but the Milwaukee has the flat grooves right there, so it don't spin. So it was worth the extra $3. This is like $22 drill bit. These are just the cheap hard freight drill bits that spun. Bigger drill bit didn't spin because it had that flat. And there it is, all done. Well, kinda. See, things have kind of escalated with the engine. You haven't seen my other videos. It's not looking too good for this engine. So maybe a minute before I reinstall this pump, and then maybe on a different engine than this one, so we'll see. For now, I figured I'd at least mock it up and show you, how it will look. And of course, I'll use some thread sealant. I like this stuff I got from Home Depot, which is nice and thick and much better than that white junk. So works good, and you should give it a try if you haven't. I also got this and brake line, which is, I think it's, here's the part number right there. Get the glare off. Just a 10-inch line that I was going to use for this back fitting here, which you can see I took that brass fitting out and I got a 4-in fitting right out there, 90. Then I got another 4-in, knock this stuff down, straight right here, which I was going to put in the block. Set that line down over here. Replace that. Couldn't get a double 90 line, and this was just kind of short notice, but now I don't need it because plans have changed, and we'll see what actually use. So, anyways, I think it'll work great when I put it on whatever engine and all stuff like that. I don't like to tighten stuff down like this, really get it in there tight until it's on the actual engine, bolted on. Cause you get better, I guess leverage. You're just gonna get it tighter, better that way. Even though this stand is pretty sturdy, it's just didn't really get a good clamp in this vise. Not super great. I don't really want to crush it in there and possibly damage the pump or whatever. It's secure enough to work on, but not that I really want to crank that down. Anyways, I'm rambling. Oh, I do want to make another point here real quick. I'll caption it here sooner. I'll caption it earlier in the video as well. But when I said use a Q-tip, use a nylon brush. You're going to be brushing this off, brushing things off too much, like the tap and whatever, which the tap is. Where is it? It's right over there. You're brushing the tap off, much more, and just use a brush. Anyways, I hope you found this helpful, or at least interesting, something. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck.